The following is a presentation of Studio Audrain, powered by the Mexico Ledger.
One, two, three, four. Everybody get on the Slumberland dance floor. It is the Mexico Ledger Saturday morning sports show live from Slumberland here in Mexico. And we have got a lot of things to talk about this morning. First off, a couple of news and notes as the Sophie Cunningham Classic is going on over at Columbia College this weekend. Lots of great basketball teams there. Sophie Cunningham in Jefferson City earlier this week. And good to see her back home, as a matter of fact. College football national championship is set, and it will be undefeated Indiana taking on Miami. That's going to be January the 19th, and that's going to be in Florida, ESPN 7:30 kickoff. And we are also in the heart of the high school basketball. As a matter of fact, from Vanfar, joining us once again, Pat Connaway and seniors Pacey Redding and Gaven Gaston. And thanks for coming out this morning, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Well, you're fresh off a win against Tipton last night, Coach, a 70-60 win. Talk a little bit about that game last night and kind of what went right for the team.
It was a good win. Tipton's a tough team, tough place to play. Really, our mentality, we had a good mindset. We had to go through some adversity. Good friend Gaven over here spent more time sitting by us on the bench in foul trouble than what he did on the floor. And then Pacey as well picked up his fourth. So we had both of them on the bench a little over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter and actually were able to extend the lead. So, our bench played a key role and just, the confidence that they had in one another. And we, we put a good week of practice in, probably our best week. It's been kind of ugly, to put it nicely. And I think we kind of found something, where the kids are starting to have a little more fun. And it was kind of torture before, so hopefully we can build on last night and keep things moving.
Absolutely. Pacey, you've been having some big games lately. 35 points, 13 rebounds against Fayette, 34 points against Centralia, 9 threes. Kind of talk a little bit about what your approach on getting hot early is and how do you sustain that?
It's always hard to, put the ball in the hole, and, some nights you're feeling it, some nights you're not. But, it's a team effort for sure. Everybody's working hard to move around and play free and try and put the ball in the hole as well. It's just we're playing better ball right now is what's really helping, and I think we're going to get better down the road. Absolutely.
Gavin, you're averaging a team high 4.1 assists and about 9 points per game. What do you focus on when you run the offense to keep Pacey and others involved in that offense?
I'm just trying to look for my boys because I know they got my back no matter what. So whenever I get them the ball, I put my faith in them because, I think I've seen them practice and I know what they can do and what they're capable of. Absolutely. So I try and put them in the best position to score.
No doubt. Coach, earlier in the year, whenever you're on the show, you kind of emphasized building conditioning to play faster. Have you seen the team kind of evolve into that, or is that still a work in progress?
It's still a work in progress. Some of us are starting to get there. Some of us still look like we got pianos on our back after about 2 minutes. But, it's playing faster is starting to help. But, again, I think it goes back to practice. Wednesday we had a pretty good heart-to-heart and talked about them getting their commitment, working hard, and we try and incorporate to where we made it a little more fun where, like I said, and seeing them smile and things like that just to the love of the game, and we're starting to see that. We saw it last night, like I said, not just because we got a dub, but they enjoyed being out there on the floor. And again, Pacey, other than foul trouble, Gaven, foul trouble, they normally don't come off the floor. Their conditioning is getting where it needs to be. We just need to get some of the others because really, we're not the deepest team right now. We had some injuries. Pacey's brother Bryce, he just came back off a concussion, so we've been without him for a couple weeks. So bench depth has been an issue, and getting back to full strength is definitely helping things.
Pacey, the court warming is going to be coming up here this week. As a matter of fact, I believe it's Bowling Green. Kind of your mindset going into court warming and Bowling Green, if you will.
It's a big rival game. Nobody wants to lose to Bowling Green, obviously. We got to get through the week. We got a lot of games early in the week, and then we'll focus on Bowling Green. But it's a good test to see where we're at. It's a conference game at home. Never want to lose that at home. But we'll see what we got. I think we got a good chance against them.
Gavin, your thoughts on the Bowling Green court warming game?
Nah, just same as Pacey. Really, just taking it one game at a time, and when the time comes, we'll play our hardest ball because we don't like losing to Bowling Green.
Coach, your thoughts on Bowling Green? What does your team need to do to win that game?
It's all going to boil down to our defense. They got two players that one of the kids hit a three to beat us last year at the Horn, so we got to stop the McDonald kid, and then obviously the Hall kid. Ball's always in his hands, so Pacey's going to have him, Gavin's going to have the other, and we're going to lean on our two seniors to shut their kids down. But like I said, we'll worry about that game Thursday because we've got road game at Ellsbury Monday. South Shelby, who's very physical, comes to our place Tuesday. And then, like I said, then we got Bowling Green, and then we got a short turnaround because we have winter formal on Saturday. So we play Paris, who's a district opponent, at 10 in the morning. So very busy week. We do things right. Hopefully, we'll show up and take care of business and be a 10-4 club at the end of the week. That's the goal.
Busy week this week, Pacey. Kind of your mindset going into that busy week with all these games. Do you think about it ahead of time, or you just take it as it goes?
I just, you got to be consistent. 4 games and this long week. It's just you got to be consistent. Got to keep your body healthy too. Off the court is probably more important than on the court with so many games that we're going to play, and we got to take it one step at a time.
Gavin, what's the approach to this week?
Just keeping my body healthy. Really, that's been my main goal this whole year. Just keeping my body healthy.
All right, well, guys, we want to wish you the best of luck on the rest of the season, and hope to have you guys in as we get set to go into February here soon, and it'll be district playoffs before you know it.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you guys having us. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. From the Van Far basketball team, Coach Pat Connaway, also senior guard Gavin Gaston, and senior Pacey Redding, as they get set for their court warming this week. We do want to thank our sponsors here once again for the Saturday morning sports show, as the Slumberland Furniture is our main sponsor, our studio sponsor. Big thanks to Logan Ray and Andy. Come check them out for some great deals on furniture. And also United Credit Union, the Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, the Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District. As we bring in our next set of guests, as a matter of fact, representing Community R6 this morning from cheerleading, the head coach, Charlea Schafer, and also senior cheerleader, Peyton Schafer. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, Matt.
Glad to have you guys here. Coach, we're going to start off with you. How has the Community R6 cheer program kind of evolved since you started coaching? I think you took over 4 years ago.
Yep, this is my 4th year. We usually stay right around 10 cheerleaders a year. This year I have seven out of my 10 are new or freshmen, so it's been more challenging this year.
Absolutely. Peyton, we'll bring you into the conversation here. Kind of tell us a little bit about what it means to you to cheer during your senior year. You've been doing this for a minute, haven't you?
Yeah, I started competitive cheer when I was about 5 years old, and it's just been a part of my life since I was really little. It'll definitely be different knowing I can't do it anymore, but it's kind of my fun sport, as softball was my more competitive.
Absolutely. Coach, you were telling me that you actually don't have tryouts for the cheerleading team. Kind of talk a little bit about how that process works.
So far, we haven't had tryouts. We've been lucky enough that if a girl wants to cheerlead, she gets the opportunity to do it. All we ask is that you come in, you try hard, you be coachable, and listen, and we've had really good groups the past 4 years.
No doubt. Peyton, any special traditions that the cheer squad has before big games, if you will?
I don't think so.
Don't go out for coffee or, McDonald's or stop by Scooters, anything like that?
We do a team meal every once in a while before a big game just to make sure we're all on the same page before a game.
Absolutely. Coach, cheerleading involves stunts and routines. How do you ensure safety while keeping the routines exciting?
We go over a lot of safety stuff in practices early on. We work on stunts from day one. And just everybody, like when we're stunting, everybody is on board, around, catching, like your flyer never hits the floor. I've caught girls. Peyton ends up on the floor a lot because she's a base this year. Like everybody is there to back them up and pick them up.
No doubt. Peyton, any injuries from cheerleading that you've sustained over the years?
Well, I broke my thumb this season.
You broke how did that happen?
I dove under a girl to catch her from falling
it can be a very physical sport.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
People don't think about that a lot. Several events are getting ready to come up. Tell us a little bit about those guys. I think senior night is one of them, and you guys have is it a court warming coming up as well?
Yep, we've got senior night on February 2nd. We have our homecoming game is against Paris on January 23rd. And then we have our mini cheer camp game on February 13th, which will have 40 to 50 mini cheerleaders perform at the girls' halftime that night.
All right. Any shout outs to the teammates today here, Peyton or Coach, that you want to give out?
You know what? All of them, like our freshmen, we've got 2 new sophomores this year that have never cheered before. Like, they all step up every practice. They come in, work hard. We've got a good group. They all get along. There's no drama this year, which is nice when you have a team full of girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Any new cheers out there? You know, I was thinking maybe somebody could incorporate a 6-7 cheer or something like that. Have you thought about that?
I think the 6-7 cheer is easier for football,
Oh, okay.
which we don't have.
Right.
However, we did play a team earlier in the season, and when they scored 67 points, the cheerleader said 6 and the crowd said 7.
All right.
We have not done that.
Well, something to look into.
yeah.
Maybe for the future.
Yeah, we'll strive for that.
All right. Listen, we appreciate both of you coming out here, and best of luck on the rest of the season.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you.
All right. From the Community R6 cheerleading program, head coach Charlea Schafer, also senior Peyton Schafer. And we do want to thank our sponsors once again. Our studio sponsor is Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. You can stop by the store, check out all the great furniture deals, talk to Logan and Andy, also United Credit Union and Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District. And we bring in our next guest here up early and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, if you will, the assistant coach of the Mexico Lady Bulldogs girls basketball team, Heather Evans. I want to keep calling you Heather Nunley, but it is Heather Evans now. Thanks for coming out this morning.
No problem.
You guys did not have a game last night, but had a pretty solid week this week, as a matter of fact. You got the win in Fulton, went on the road, got a win against Bowling Green. You guys are, what now, I think, evened up at 7-7?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about how your team's been playing these last couple of weeks.
The last few weeks was a struggle over Christmas break. We went to Windsor. My first game we lost, but then we came back and our girls won. These last 2 games they've put in a little more effort than they've been putting in practice, and it's shown. We've won by 30 points against both teams.
Yes.
So we're starting to come together, mesh together. So the girls, hopefully they'll keep that, and it'll carry us further into the season, and we'll come out with a winner rest season.
Yeah, 74-41 win against Fulton. Also a 65-33 win against Bowling Green. There was the battle game. Kind of talk a little bit about how you guys rebounded after that loss and responded. It looks like everybody is feeling pretty good.
Right, going into that battle game, you didn't know what we were going to get. We've never, we didn't play battle, but our girls were intimidated from the beginning. We're small in numbers, we're small in height, so going into that game, they were just afraid because of height. But I think that just being able to encourage them, it is what it is. You push past it and keep going to the next game.
Absolutely. What areas do you still want to see improvement in as the season moves forward?
Our defense, for sure.
Yeah.
We struggle in that we don't move our feet well. We get beat off the dribble and don't recover from it and rebound, and we don't like to box out. So those things, defensive-wise, we can improve that. Like I tell the girls, offense will come. Defense wins the game, so.
Your family has a rich tradition in athletics here in Mexico, as a matter of fact. Your brother, Jason Brookins, well, he turned 50 before I did.
Yes, he did.
We want to say happy birthday to Jason. He played in the NFL, a big part of Mexico football
Yes.
and basketball. Bosco, Dion Nunley, he's the assistant coach for the boys. Kind of talk a little bit about, that tradition of coaching and having a good role in athletics here.
That goes back even just to my dad. My dad, he's they retired him into the Hall of Fame. So just having that whole family dynamic is a big thing, for our family. We got great athletes. We put in work, and it trickled down from my dad to us to our boys. My dad, all of his kids are state champs. I was in track. My sister's softball, Bosco, and baseball and Jason in football. So just that whole family dynamic, it makes it good. And then to be able to give back to Mexico, that makes it even better.
Now, Moni still holds some records, I believe, in
Me and
track.
Moni both still have it in track. I have it in the 1 and the 2, and we have it in both the 4x1 and 4x2.
Absolutely. We're trying to get Bosco out here to the sports show next Saturday morning.
Good luck.
We want to put him on the spot here. We're putting out the invitation. You're going to work on that.
I'm gonna try.
All right. What's up next for Mexico this upcoming week?
Friday, we play Macon at home. I really haven't done much scouting on Macon, but any team we go into, it's going to be a challenge, especially at home. I just push our girls, that we got to be better. Practice, sometimes we like to lay back, and I tell them all the time, how you practice, how you're going to play. And I think they're starting to see that. So if we don't put that work in, when we get on that court, you see that it doesn't happen for us.
Absolutely. What's your forte? Defense or offense?
Defense is mine. I like defense.
That's your spot.
Yeah,
right
I like
there.
to play. I like defense. When I was in school, I loved defense.
And Coach Mudd takes care of the offense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we want to wish you the best of luck on the rest of the season. 7-7, looking to get above that 500 this week.
For sure.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming out. She is Heather Evans, Heather Nunley Evans, as a matter of fact, the assistant coach of the Mexico Lady Bulldogs girls basketball team. And once again, we do want to thank our studio sponsors here, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. We're live every Saturday morning here on Facebook, and also United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District. As we bring in our final set of guests, Mexico Bulldogs boys basketball, we got James Matthews, the guard, the man who has electric defense and very, very good offense. Also head coach Darren Pappas, fresh off 3 road games this week, as a matter of fact. It's been a busy week for you. You guys go 2-1, a big overtime win against Fulton. Let's start off there and talk about that game.
Yeah, rivalry game, Highway 54 rivalry. Obviously, conference opponent, district opponent. Had to fight back into that one, tied it up at the end of regulation, going to overtime. Played really, really well defensively. Got some shots to fall from the perimeter in the overtime and come out of there with a big-time win. And then head to Bowling Green on Thursday and just played lights out. Obviously, beat them by 22, I think it was. Just played really, really good defensively. Moved the basketball, shots were falling, got out in transition. James obviously had a really, really good game against Bowling Green. And then last night, we knew it was going to be a tough test on the road. Highway 22 rivalry at Centralia, physical. We didn't play our best. We got down early, fought back in the third quarter, got right back into it, actually took the lead heading into the fourth and just let us slip away there at the end. James hit a big 3 at the end close to the end of regulation to keep it close, and we just couldn't get the key turnover, the key stop. And give credit to Centralia, they were able to hang on, hit some free throws down the stretch, and we just came up short.
I said electric defense for you, James, but I mean lockdown defense for you, as a matter of fact. Talk a little bit about that Fulton game, that overtime win, what it meant to go in there and get a win against your rival.
Yeah, Fulton's environment is very tough to play in every time we are on the road, but going into overtime, we knew that if we get there, we will pull it off, and playing solid down the stretch is what we're taught, and we're doing everything right, so.
No doubt. I want to talk to you about the Bowling Green game. 16 points. I think that was a season high for you in that Bowling Green game. What was clicking against the Bobcats?
Really going out there and playing solid and just running the floor, being there and being disturbing on defense and letting it transition into offense really helped.
Has it helped to get Caden Benny back? We talked to him last week. He looks like he's back, feeling good. Kind of talked a little bit about what that means to the team dynamic, if you will.
Yeah, it means a lot. Whenever we lost KB, you can kind of tell that there was a dip in energy, and once he's came back, we're starting to get our old feeling back.
Yeah, 11-4 coach at this point in the season. very solid start. Let's talk a little bit about this week. I think you've got just 2 games, but they're back-to-back games, one on Friday against Macon, and then we'll talk about the Ramey Classic. That's always a big one. Macon coming to your house, what does the team need to do to get that victory?
You know, we got to be able to defend at a high level, keep them off the glass as much as possible. They're going to be another physical team, kind of like Charlea. They're always in a ball games. Coach Davenport does a great job of keeping those guys in ball games. But this is going to be good to be back home, obviously, on our own court. We'll have a good game plan for them this week and hopefully prepare for that at practice this week to get ready for that Friday contest at home.
Quick turnaround. The next day, it's a 1 p.m. start in Harrisburg for the Ramey Classic. This is always a fun one to go to. You guys are playing Holt this year. Talk a little bit about Holt. Looks like they're 6-4, if I'm not mistaken, at this moment. How does your team match up with Holt?
Yeah, Holt's, kind of been inconsistent at the beginning of the year because they had some guys injured, and they're back now. When they're full strength, they're one of the better teams in Class 5. They did beat state-ranked Sykeston in a tournament, St. Dominic tournament there, and made the championship. Came up short against St. Dominic. They won last night at St. Charles by 15 points or so. They have St. Charles West this week. Coach Kroger there that was at Montgomery, obviously. So they're a good ball club. They got really two really good guards that can really fill up the basket. They're explosive. They're athletic. They're tall, and obviously we're not. So we're going to have to do some things defensively, try to keep them off balance. We definitely want to make it disruptive for them. And then in the half court on the offensive side, we got to execute and hit shots. And we've struggled at times. We just got to become more consistent as a program, as a team, to be able to score the basketball every single night. But it'll be a good environment. It'll be a good test for our team. It's never easy. The Ramey Classic always, brings the best out of St. Louis to match up against Mid-Missouri, and so we're excited about this opportunity.
James, you played at the Ramey Classic before. Kind of talk a little bit about that game. It's a Saturday afternoon game, and you play Harrisburg there before. What do you think about that court? Do you feel comfortable going there and having that game?
Yeah, I feel comfortable having the game. What's really going to be kind of messing with us now is that shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're kind of getting stagnant on offense and doing certain things that kind of weren't taught to do. But coming into this week, I feel like practice will definitely help to get us up there.
Absolutely. Kind of your thoughts and your messages to the team for the rest of the season as you get set to go into the home stretch.
I mean, we're definitely going to ramp it up here. You're going to see a lot of Mexico basketball that you saw, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, we appreciate you stopping by here this morning. Wish you the best of luck on this week and over at the Ramey Classic. And James, talk to Bosco. See if we can get him out here next Saturday morning.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Matt.
Darren Pappas, James Matthews from Mexico Boys Basketball here this morning. We do want to thank our sponsors once again, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico, United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, Community R6 School District, and the Van Far School District. And that's going to do it for another edition of the Saturday Morning Sports Show. Our producer, Jeremy Jacob, check out his articles in the Mexico Ledger. I'm Matt Pilger, and this has been the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show live from Slumberland.